So today we're going to talk about diversifying. I'm sure you've heard this term thrown around and everyone here is like, you must diversify your investment portfolio, but really what does it mean to diversify? Maybe we should just start with what is the purpose of diversifying? The purpose is to basically reduce your overall risk. That's it. That's what diversification means. It's that old adage which says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now there's various ways to diversify. I'm going to start with the most general concept of diversification in investments and then move on from there. Firstly, when they talk about diversification, they mean diversify across asset classes. In other words, don't just invest in one type of asset. The main asset categories are the following: equities, shares, like traded on the JSE Stock Exchange; bonds, which are debt instruments, government or corporate bonds; property; and cash, money in the bank. Those are your four main asset classes which you will find make up a combination in different proportions of any investment fund or portfolio. The reason people say diversify is because when one asset class is doing well, the others might be doing bad, and when others are doing better, the other ones are doing that well. For example, when equities are doing well, it might not be a great time to be in cash. In times of volatility or bear markets, people tend to go to cash. There might be better returns to be had on cash instead of in equities or on bonds. So that is the one basic concept and way that portfolio managers will diversify your investment holdings. The second way to diversify is across investment providers. That means not investing at one place. So investing possibly with different fund managers such as Alan Gray and a little bit of Coronation, a little bit of Investec. That type of diversification can take place within an investment product such as a retirement annuity or an endowment or a flexible investment plan, where you can have one plan that has 20% in a Coronation fund, 20% in an Investec fund, 20% in a Forward fund, etc. So you diversify across managers, because different managers also have different styles of managing money. There are styles such as value investing, momentum investing, absolute return objectives, all this kind of thing. Now, I'm not going to get too much into that, but there is a point to be had for having exposure to different styles, because different styles tend to work better or worse in different market cycles as well. The last type of diversification that I want to talk about is geopolitical diversification, which essentially just means the risk involved in a specific location or country. There are specific risks. You can diversify across asset classes, across investment companies, but if something specific to South Africa affects your investment performance, they change tax laws, or the political situation impacts foreign investment, all assets, all managers within that environment, within that country or that region will be affected. It is a very good idea to have a component that is diversified in terms of location and economy. In other words, from our point of view, an offshore investment, something that is exposed to a jurisdiction outside of the borders of South Africa that is making use of investment opportunities elsewhere in the world. You need to keep in mind that South Africa as an economy only represents 0.5% of global GDP. That means if you only invest in South African equities, South African bonds, South African property, South African cash, it means you're diversified across asset classes, but you're only exposed to 0.5% of the opportunities in the world. There's another 99.5% that you aren't even accessing. And that's a reason to go and diversify offshore. I hope diversification makes a bit more sense now. We'll be talking about each type in a bit more detail in one of my other videos. Thank you.